and welcome to my back patio. This is my happy place, and today I caught three Japanese beetles having a really good time with each other, so apparently it's no longer just my happy place, but I will be spending a lot of time here over the next month, which is why I thought it would be fun to film out here today. And the reason that I'm going to be spending a lot of time out here is because we have entered slow season at my studio. And even though I have been doing this for almost a decade, I'm not gonna lie, I get a little freaked out every time I hit slow season. I know when it's gonna happen. My August is always crickets. But, this year was a little funky and my July was really slow as well. So I'm sure I'm not the only one who is maybe spiraling a little bit because their studio is not as busy as they had expected. Have no fear though, we're gonna breathe together. And I actually have some ideas on what you can do during slow season, which will greatly benefit you the rest of the year when you do have a ton of clients and you can't get to this stuff. So let's just jump in. These are 5 things that I do during slow season and that I'm going to be doing this August that will maybe bring a little more sanity to our lives. So right off the bat, if you don't have standard operating procedures for your studio, I highly recommend creating those. They don't have to be anything intense or in depth, but you are going to want to write out kind of how you run things at your studio, especially how to contact your clients and what to do in case you maybe can't make a session. So for example, if you get sick or you end up in the hospital, or for some reason another person might have to step in during an emergency and run your studio for a little bit, it's very, very helpful to just have a Google Doc ready to go with everything they need to know so that at the very least they can reach your clients. Because I can't imagine how stressful it would be to go through an emergency and then at the same time you've got clients emailing you saying, "Hey, I showed up to your studio today and you weren't there. What's going on?" We don't want to cause more stress. So if you're hanging out at your studio during a slow period and you don't have much to do, well, what better time than to create your standard of operating procedures, and then you don't have to worry should something go amok or something go awry. It's also helpful if you do plan on ever hiring anybody. Eventually your studio is going to pick up, and maybe your studio is going to be so successful that you are going to need an assistant photographer or I don't know, a studio manager. You already have those SOPs ready to go. So easy to train new people when those are already done, and you don't have to worry about writing them while also trying to onboard someone. Let's write them before we even have to cross that bridge. Something else you can do during slow season is work on your website. I know SEO is not a lot of people's favorite thing to do, but it is important. So if you have not done a search engine optimization audit on your website in a while, what better time than during slow season? Grab your laptop, find a patio, and just beast it out and get it done. So we're looking at alt tags on photos. We're going to be looking at those H1 and H2 tags. You're going to be looking at meta descriptions. You're going to just make sure that your website is as optimized for keywords and location as possible. And if you've been adding to it and tweaking it throughout the year, then you might have some stuff uploaded that's out of date, or that maybe you missed, a description or an alt tag somewhere. And it's easy enough to work on it then. So even though SEO audits are not folks' favorite thing in the world to do, most photographers, we want to shoot. We don't want to be doing website stuff. There is no better time than during slow season to just spend 1 or 2 days auditing your website and making sure that everything is up to date. Everyone can easily contact you. All your images are good to go with Google. The text is optimized. All that good stuff. And speaking of websites, that actually leads me to my third idea, which would be blogging. Writing and scheduling out your blog posts right now. You don't have to think about it for the rest of the year then. And I would recommend at a minimum having 1 new blog post on your website a month. And during slow season, you can definitely get 12 blog posts done. I know that you are capable of doing that. I know I'm capable of doing that. The reason that blogging is so important is because it adds to SEO. So you're able to put keywords in there and things like that, basically letting Google know, hey, this is what my website is about. You're also going to build rapport with your audience. You can educate. You can show that you're an expert. There are so many great reasons to blog and to have a live blog on your website. Not to mention, that's content you can push out to Pinterest as well. And I think a lot of photographers forget to use Pinterest. It's a really fantastic search engine, and your clients are on there. So you might as well be blogging and putting content on there as well. And if you're at all interested in affiliate marketing and making a little bit of additional income at your studio, your blog can be your source for that. So if you've yet to start blogging, or maybe you haven't been on there in a couple of years, okay, we're going to dust off the spider webs and just write 6 to 12 blog posts and schedule them out for the whole year. Because then when you are in busy season, like for me, that's like October, my Octobers are always slammed. I don't have to worry about creating something then for October. It's already done and it's going to get posted automatically because I set it up to do so right now in August. Idea number 4, during slow season, let's do a financial audit as well. What? Let's just keep the good times rolling. Why not do more than one audit? Doesn't that sound like a blast? I didn't say these things would be fun. I said that they would be good to do during slow season. I did not promise any fun or joy. I'm sorry, but you got to evaluate the books, right? You got to look at your numbers and see where you're spending your money and just make sure that where you are spending money are still places that you want to be spending money. I will admit there's been more than one time where I have subscribed to something work related and then forgot that that was the tool that I was paying money for. That's why we got to do these audits, to make sure we're not doing that. All of the tools that you are subscribed to and using, do you still like them? Are you using them on a regular basis? Do you think they're worth your money still? And if the answer is yes, great. If the answer is no, cool. We can cut that. During a recent financial audit I just did, I realized I was paying too much to MailChimp. So I was able to downsize my plan and save myself $15 a month. Ooh. So financial audits are important. Plus, when is the last time that you went to your lab to see what their prices are? I think a lot of us, if you did a cost of doing business analysis, you put in the prices of your products from your lab, but that was what, a year ago, a couple years ago? The prices could be totally different now, and we're just not paying attention because we're just used to uploading our images, clicking, yep, make my art, and then we're done. So it might be time to go back to that cost of doing business analysis. Make sure that the rent information is up to date, your cost of goods information is up to date, what you regularly spend in a month is up to date, so that you can look at your prices and make sure everything is still in alignment, where every percentage is still right and good to go. And then again, when you're swamped and you're thinking, why am I not still, why does it feel like I'm not maybe making enough money, or where's my money going? We don't have to worry about that when we're busy with clients. We can just focus on our clients because we already did the audit. If you put on some fun music, make yourself an Arnold Palmer, try to make the experience nice, because again, I know these things are not the most fun in the world. So just try to create a space or something where doing these tasks maybe doesn't feel as painful. And my last thing that you should be doing when you have a slow season actually is fun, okay? I put one fun thing on here, which is take a break. Go on vacation. Even if it's not actually somewhere, take a couple days off. Go to the beach, go hiking. I'm a big fan of staycations. Me and my husband already did one this year. Because you know that in the months coming up, you're going to be busy. Things are going to be hectic. You're not going to maybe get a chance for a break. And that's just sometimes how working in the service industry is. We have lulls where we're not very busy with clients, and then we have waves where we're swamped. So we need to take advantage of the time to breathe and relax and enjoy our happy space during the slow season. If you feel guilty about that, I would encourage you to investigate that feeling a little bit. We don't need to be productive 100% of the time. I'm saying that as much to you as I am to myself right now. We don't need to be 100% productive all of the time. But take a break. Plan that trip. Go on vacation. Honestly, there's no better time because you don't have any clients who you need to move or schedule around. So that trip that you've been waiting to book, here's your sign to do it. Hopefully, these ideas have, I don't know, given you a little bit of peace in knowing that cool things can still happen during a slow season. You're not a failure, nothing is wrong. We're just in a period where we don't have as many clients. For me, it makes sense. All of my clients are like on vacation right now, trying to cram in fun stuff before school starts. That's why I don't have a lot right now, and that's okay. I'm going to take advantage of this period to relax a little bit, enjoy some R&R, and get those things done that have been just kind of in the back of my mind on a to-do list that I will never ever attempt to try when I am busy with clients. So do with this information what you will. Good luck to you and your studio. Make sure you like this video if it was helpful in any way. Subscribe if you want more photography education. I've got lots of links in the description you can check out if you want to hear more from me. Otherwise, happy shooting, and we will talk again soon. Bye.